Hey guys, Cheese at Cowan here. I am your real estate coach, helping you to become the CEO of your business so you can build a business that you love, that makes money and funds your dream life. In this video, I'm going to talk about why it's important to build a profit based business versus a volume based business. I get invited to speak at a lot of events, and they always ask me, what's my volume? What's my volume? Thank God that I have good volume. However, when people ask me that question, I'm like, I would much rather you know what's my profit margin so you know what my life is actually like. Because profit and volume are not the same. Profit is the money that you have left to build your life with after everything and everybody is paid. How many of you know people that are doing business and have no money left over at the end of the day? They got a lot of business, but they have no money. That's because they're focused on volume and activities and not profit. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I built my business to focus on profit and what it has allowed me to do in business because of that. So get into this video. But before we go, make sure you're subscribed. I want you to be locked in. I give a lot of tips and we're taking it up a notch. So I want you to be connected and I want to stay connected with you. So without further ado, let's get into it. I want to make sure that when we talk about building a volume based business, and these are the people that you see in awards that they've sold $80 million worth of real estate, I always used to look at that. And while I was happy for them, my heart would always question things. Then when I just recently posted a video about why I left my team. And when I left my team, I had to figure out how to replace volume with profit. And what I learned is that the people that are doing the highest volume, if they're not focused on profit, they have a lot of volume and not a lot of money left. But then I noticed that I knew people that were selling $10 million in real estate a year and had more money in their pocket to build their life with after business than the people that were selling $200,000. I mean $200 million in real estate. And let's get into why that happens. First of all, I think the fundamental thing that we have to identify is that the purpose of business is profit. The only reason we start businesses is profit. The purpose of profit is to fund and build my life. Fundamentally, at the core, to me, once I have to understand that. Without that understanding, I'm going to chase volume. And volume is the equivalent of chasing sweets and candy. It's not going to sustain you. I don't care if you sold 200 million in real estate if you got 199 million dollars worth of expenses. And when I say expenses, just not managing your money properly. I would rather, and when I say expenses, I know agents that are on teams that are making more money than their team leader because the team hasn't structured itself in a way where it's a profitable business entity. One of the reasons why I became the CEO of real estate is because I had to understand fundamentally how business works. The purpose of business is profit. The purpose of profit, and profit is not revenue into your business. Revenue is just money that comes in. Every time you get a $10,000 commission, that's not all profit. Expenses were calculated or used to get that 10,000. You have cost of sale, which is referral fees, broker fees associated with that. You have other ancillary expenses that also drive those things. You have to balance all of that out, and then what's left is what you have to build your life with. Here's why it's important to focus on profit. When you focus on profit, you start to think divergently. You start to think out of the box. I was interviewed by a well-known real estate team, and when we were talking, I said, "Here's what you have to understand. My volume over the last 3 years is, or 2.5 years, is about 35, 40 million in volume. But what you have to understand is you're just seeing the volume. What you don't see is I have a title company. I have a mortgage company. I have a transaction management company. I have a moving company. What you don't see is on one transaction for, let's say, 700,000, I got 5 checks. I got a check for the real estate. I got a check for the mortgage. I got a check for the title. I got a check for the moving company, and I got a check for the transaction management company. You have to understand these are 5 ancillary businesses compared to somebody's one. So I have more money in to build my life with than somebody doing 200 million. And that's when I say we talk about building a profit-based business, because I'm interested not in how much money you make. I'm interested in how much money you keep, because what you keep is what you build your life with. But here's the thing about a CEO. The CEO solely focuses on the profit of the company. They're questioning every dollar that we're spending. Is it driving profit? Is it bringing in revenue? And then they're very strategic about how they go about driving profit. So they'll find high profit things that they can do, low cost margins, to add to their income. And this is what allows you to build a business that you love and that's aligned with your personal values. I don't have to hustle every day because one buyer client equals 5 checks. right? So whereas somebody else will need to go get 5 checks and work to have 5 checks, I'm working to have one, but I'm collecting 4 additional ones. This is why when I start talking about my one-on-one and my scale to 7 coaching, I'm helping people build 7-figure businesses. And you're not working harder, because we're taking the profits that you have. And this is not, maybe if you're a new realtor, this may go over your head, but if you're seasoned and you've been in the game a little bit, you know the trap. And you understand that there's got to be a better way. There has to be a fundamentally different or better way to do business, because in order to get to better, you first have to get to different. What happens with real estate agents, and I had an agent message me the other day and she said, well, I'm just getting started in real estate. I think your CEO stuff might be too advanced for me. I said, absolutely not. Because what you don't want to do is go learn bad habits and then have to come back to break them. It's harder to do that. You want to learn how to be the CEO of your business from day one. You want to learn how to identify profit, because that's how I make decisions in my business. For example, somebody gave me a referral and she told me that she wanted a 40% referral fee. Here's what I know about my numbers. 25% referral fee barely works. So 40% is not going to cut it. I told her I can't take it at 40%. I appreciate the referral, but from the profit standpoint of my business, it's not fun. It's not going to be a good business decision for me. And I was able to turn that referral down. No harm, no foul. Why? Because I can go out and get another one myself, because I have systems in place designed to help me grow my business. I can go out and get another piece of business myself and make more money than taking your business and then having to do the work and then give you 40% of the profit, 40%. And it is profit to that person because they didn't work to get it. So I'm not going to increase your profit without increasing mine. And 25% is the max that I'm willing to give for a referral fee, not because I don't value the referral, but because number wise, the CEO in me has to make number based decisions to keep my profit margins ahead. So this is why I have moving trucks, right? So this is when we started the moving company. When the moving trucks are not being used, we rent them out. I can rent them out on Turo. People, I have them at a lot. I give them a code. They go and pick it up, drop it off, and I get a check. What I'm saying is that doesn't cost me anything but about $200. Well, no, insurance in the lot, about $350 a month in maintenance, but it can bring in $1,500 a week. So if I take out the 300 in maintenance or 350 in maintenance and deduct that from the 1,500, I have $1,150 in profit that I didn't have to work for. I took the profit from my real estate company, paid cash for the trucks. Now the trucks are making their own cash. This is what we have to realize when we talk about business. This is why I said I'm not the coach for everybody. If you ain't got really the mindset to really come in and want to understand business, we're probably not going to be aligned in that way, because I'm not going to tell you to focus on production. Because here's the problem with production. If you are in my CEO space and you kind of have been around me, and I really don't share this outside of our community, but the problem with production is it's an active form of income. If you get sick, you go down. Somebody gets sick, you got to go take care of somebody. Your money stops. You need passive ways to make income. And in my coaching program, we break down active versus passive income, and we break down how to get you from the active side of what I call the CEO quadrant to the passive side, so that if something happens in my life and I have to go to Connecticut, which is where my family lives, if I have to go up there and take care of my mother for a month, I can, and I'll still make money. The reason why I go on vacation for a month every year in July, to test my systems, to test my profitability. Because if I can't go on vacation for a month, that means I'm not prepared for a life circumstance. And these are the things that I talk about with agents. It's a real thing. You have to be able to have this kind of flexibility in your business, because this is probably why you got into real estate. You didn't just get into real estate to make money. I was making $130,000 a year 10 years ago at Blue Cross Blue Shield, which was a lot of money for me at that time. I didn't quit that job for money. I quit that job because it was taking all my freaking time to make it. I wanted to make money in less time. And here's a flex I'm gonna give you. It's easier to make a lot of money in a small amount of time than it is to make a little bit of money in a long amount of time. When it comes to time, you have to pull time out of your business. It does not take you time to make money. It takes you systems and strategy, and that's what we teach in our blueprint. So I wanted to just create this video because I don't need you to sign up with me for coaching. Our coaching program is doing great. I'm excited about the numbers, but here's what I want you to do. At least have an awareness. Like, at least be fundamentally aware of the fact that you need to focus on profit. That means for every check you get, break it down. 30, 30, 40. 30% goes to cost of sale, 30% goes to expensive, 40% left should be profit. So, and I have another video that talks about this. I'll link it here. But if you have $10,000, 3,000 of that should go to an expense account, and that should pay your expenses. $3,000 should go into a cost of sale account. Sometimes your broker will take it out front, but if they take out $1,500 and put the other $1,500 in the cost of sale account, and then $4,000 left is your profit. Profit is what you pay taxes on. That's what's left for you to build your life with after everybody gets paid. And here's the thing, if you don't focus on profit, you'll make decisions and you'll be losing. You won't even realize it. You'll be supplementing things, putting stuff on credit cards, doing this, doing that, not realizing that you're losing until it's too late. And then you got to close your doors. That's how businesses end up closing, because they don't focus on above line profits. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I think YouTube is a great place to share information, but there's a lot more detail that goes into calculating profit. And in our CEO Real Estate membership, we have a beginning foundational principle about the foundations of business, and it's understanding these basic business principles before you get started in real estate. Because a lot of people think, oh, I want to sell. As a company, as a business, the salesperson is a function, the CEO is a function. You have to function in both, because if you bring in sales but you're not paying attention to the money behind it, you'll be broke. The CEO is what helps you get out of the active side of real estate to the passive side. So hopefully you found some value in this video. And more than anything, hopefully you're going to start to pay real attention to the things that are going on in your business so you can start to drive profit. That's the goal of business. The purpose of business is profit. The purpose of profit is to build your perfect life. Whatever the life you are destined and designed to live, that God created you, a life by design, that's the life that you want to build through your business. So my name is Chizette Cowan, the CEO of Real Estate. Hopefully you got some great value out of this. I want to see you be able to really take your business to the next level. We have some resources that are going to be in the bio. You can book a summer strategy session. You can join our blueprint, but you have to basically understand how to build a profitable business, and not based on volume. I don't care if you sold $200 million in real estate. If you ain't got $50,000, $100,000 in the bank, what are we working for? And here's I want to just add this real quick. I was going to end the video, but God put this in my heart. A lot of times we're not doing the profit, that because we're making other people rich. Pay attention to where your money goes out. I track how much money I spend with other people, and then I ask for business for them based on that. So we have that whole system set up. It's a game changer. Like, we're doing things different over here, because in order to get to better, you have to first get to different. Thank you for tuning into this video. I hope you got a new way of thinking from it. My goal is to help people think and look at their business different. I think that if you continue to do the same things in life, you're going to get the same results. It's the same way in business. Like, we have to think about something fundamentally different. I don't think you need another coaching program. I don't think you need another coach, mentor, trainer, etc. I think those things are a dime a dozen. I think what you focus on, however, needs to shift a lot of times. And that's what changed the game for me. When I learned how to focus on things like profit first, I really began to do business differently, and I began to do business organically, and it became a lot easier. And that's my goal. Like, I hate to see real estate agents struggle when I know I have an answer that can at least help them get on the right track. So that's the purpose for me sharing information on my YouTube channel. I hope you're subscribed. There are resource links in the bio that you can use to get the things you need. We have free webinars and things we're hosting that are going to help you move your business forward. And I thank you for staying connected to me. And until the next time, Chizette Cowan, the CEO of Real Estate, I am signing out.